Okay, cut off the music. Okay. 'Cause I was recording, but I wasn't gonna use my voice. But now I'm gonna use my voice because now I'm freaking out.
Yep, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Found a trapped room that... Well, luckily I got some of the... Oh, there's more. Oh, I did get all 5 blocks emerald. I destroyed a block in the middle and I saw there was... There, I'm like... that's bad. And, ran away. It was bad because, the ground went away.
Owie! It's phasing through the wall and, like, trying to bite me. Oh. This is not the cleanest dragon fight I've ever had, but it is a memorable one. Ow. Oh, still up there.
Why is there more? I also found 2 more relics that are kind of interesting.
I'm just tired of lagging. I can't tell if I'm still alive or not.
Last I saw, you were.
Yeah.
Great, and now there's one of my bees stuck where, so I can't...
I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect because I'm lagging all sorts.
I think it's the server because I cannot do anything to this bee or these...
Pretty sure you all need to disconnect.
Can't, my game's frozen.
Oh,
So
lovely.
maybe that's why.
That has nothing to do with what.
He's not host, it's a server.
Yeah, I left and it still said 3 people. I know Draco didn't join yet, so...
That's neat. Also expensive. Gentleman.
Huh?
Y'all been up to?
How's it going, Draco?
Alright. I asked what y'all been up to and nobody responded.
A lot. And yeah, I think
A
the
lot.
server just killed itself. Draco, there's so much I cannot just... Well, I mean, I guess I could tell you. But I want you to see it for yourself.
Its majesty. That's what Chrome says, or rather the server.
Alright, I'm gonna take a small break for like 5 to 10 minutes while you guys check out the server stuff. If I'm not back and the server's up, just hit me with the text.
Alright, well then I'm gonna join and confirm that that is the issue.
Shadow, no! You can't just break the server!
Join button, go Bert.
Yep. Server crashed.
I need to see your crash log.
Nope. It's still going.
No, everything's frozen on my end.
Yep, everything's frozen. Everything like froze for a second, and then everything is borked.
Yeah.
Should we stay in the game until we get a crash log?
We're probably not going to, but sure. You're doing nothing else.
Well, I ran away because the dragon is, scary and stuff.
That's not what I meant. I meant while I go on your computer.
Oh.
Or if you are doing something else, I guess, rather. If you've got the ability to just let it sit here until it either idles or something. Why did Jones join?
Said I was going to join.
I think he's already in the process of it, and then you joined before he did, which is really funny.
Yeah, when Diggs said he was in, I then started loading my stuff back up.
I feel like we're in a state of purgatory.
We are in a state of purgatory. We might as well leave. I'm gonna disconnect. Well.
Oh. Timed out.
Like it was just a really tiny hallway. It's not.
What
It's
level
a
do I
tiny
have to
house.
get this thing to? Or how many days do I have to get to before it becomes an adult?
I think it said 125 days of Minecraft for it to come to an adult, but you can use the meal to skip one day.
Yeah.
You need, I think, 50 meals to get it to stage 3.
Okay.
That.
So Shadow is
Wait.
currently double checking to see if
Oh, it works.
the deep dark works.
Definitely works.
Okay, let's see. Can we get looting? Nope.
I also realized that I never really
There are a
explained.
lot of scary looking things.
Never really explained to the viewers that all the things we have set up in our house. So I guess I'll quickly explain that.
Okay.
I'll mute myself in Discord. So a lot has happened behind the scenes to try and get things to work. So last what you saw is I was killing a dragon in the cave, and the server just broke. So what ended up happening was Shadow was exploring, and he came across some sort of issue where there was some entity that was essentially causing an overload in the server, so the server would just kind of crash, but it would crash not in the sense of like hard crash, but just disconnect everyone. Like it pretty much like overloaded the server with entities, so it was like DDoSing itself in a weird way. So that was like at 9-ish o'clock. It's now midnight. So we spent a good like hour-ish trying to figure things out, hour and a half-ish of just kind of silence, because Shadow needs to focus on customer support and all of that jazz. And so essentially what we found out was that the entity called the Hide Behind, which I'll try and throw up an image of from the mod page right now, was supposedly causing problems. And so Jones, we also call him Trey, has some background in computer science, so he was kind of trying to figure out, like, what was the crash log saying. even though there kind of wasn't one. You could just read what the server console output was, and it was, you ended up finding out that through Jones that the creature called the Hide Behind was being like procedurally generated or like trying to spawn in, but it was asking for a folder within the mod that didn't exist, so it was crashing the server trying to get that folder to open, but the folder wasn't there. Essentially that wasn't it. Then I don't know how he figured this out, maybe through server customer support. They were able to find that there were a bunch of entities that were by Shadow, and that the entities were overloading the server, essentially. Did my dragon just go to sleep? Did it really just... I find that funny. I mean, it is daytime. Okay, well, I guess I can just sit here and make him do that. So essentially what would happen is that the server would have all those entities on the ground trying to render them, and it just wasn't working. So we tried two different commands. I can't type. I'm not even gonna try and type because I am still an operator on the server now. So if I type them in and accidentally hit enter, I could cause a lot of problems. But essentially, one was kill all the entities. So essentially, it just means remove them all. And the other one was kill everything. So not only entities but also items. Or the first one was kill everything, only items. So kill all items. And then the other command was just kill everything. So that's all entities, all items, only in loaded chunks, which is why like our cows over there are still fine and everything, because no one was at the house when this happened. Shadow was off adventuring. I was killing that dragon really, really far away from the house. And so after a couple failed attempts, we finally got it to work. I was in first. Shadow would join. He would, quote, crash the server, but I would do the kill command in hopes that it would kill the entities before the server overloaded itself. And then once he stabilized, I was always fine. I never had any issues. When Shadow was fine, we asked Draco to join. Draco joined, waited a couple minutes. He was fine. Then Jones would join. He was fine. But I didn't record because obviously like I don't know if it's going to crash instantly. So while everyone was trying to figure out if they were fine, all I did was find a waystone back. I can show you that here. So the den was, I believe, somewhere in this direction. I think it's this part right here. And so I left. On my map, I saw this funky icon, and I thought maybe this would be a waystone. So I went from here, and I ran up, got this waystone. It was a waystone, luckily. And then I TP'd back. Oh. So that's about all that happened. That's about all that happened. And then I got back. There were some shenanigans going on with Draco. Stacking the cows up on each other because he was bored. But essentially, nothing super crazy happened. I guess I should see if this is... Oh, we still have a lot more to go. Essentially, I can turn this down a bit, I guess. Okay, he's a hostile. But essentially, like what we did down in the dome was we made that simple storage unit. So essentially, it's kind of like a, oh man, what's it called? ME system, except this is called simple storage inventory. It's essentially the same thing, except it works a little differently. But pretty much you hook up, instead of ME system where you have hard drives, and the hard drives dictate how many items you can have, this actually uses chests connected to cables, which connects to the quote ME box. It's called like the remote access inventory or terminal or whatever. But essentially what we made were these storage remotes so that we could connect to the network route, so then we could connect to our inventory. So for me, my button is semicolon. So if I hit semicolon, I can access our entire inventory of items. Every single item we own that is connected to the inventory system can be found right here. Which it sounds super fancy and exciting. It was actually really, really, really boring. It was just us moving chests up and down the stairs for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then getting chests because we needed more space. So yeah, I mean, it really wasn't anything super exciting, really. But obviously, like, I do want to show those things. So I caught you up. I'm not going to be on for too much longer and record. I'm just going to sit here, finish out my Dragonsteel stuff. In the next episode, I'll show it off and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I guess tomorrow we'll venture into the deep dark and have cool times. So sorry for the technical issues, but I'll see you next time.